Hello nomads, come state? How are you today? I was just to an art gallery just a couple of minutes ago. You cannot go outside to eat in a restaurant in Barcelona. You cannot go to dance for sure. You cannot go to a bar to have a drink. You can stay home if you want, but actually I wanted to go around and I found an art gallery. There is weird animals here that were sculptured, if that's the word in English, and also weird dogs. I'm going to talk about this later, but I believe that we are living a very weird moment in history. We are living in a world where you can actually not do anything, don't do anything in your house. You can end up like me today, eating something in the morning, and then at the other night, they are trying to close you up. But we have the internet, and the internet is all you need to succeed. Wi-Fi is your highway to success. And if you keep studying, if you keep taking notes, you will find the success. Now, I'm not saying that I'm successful or that I want to achieve success. I'm just saying that everybody can study thanks to YouTube, thanks to Twitch, thanks to Google, thanks to anything that is written on the internet and learning something new. What I'm going to show you today, nomads, it's something that I think is going to help you because it's been helping me. Now, we are living in a weird world, if you ask me. And this weird world is a world where I'm trying to make some prediction. On my page on Twitter, Alex Nomads, I talk about where I invest in crypto art and NFT. I created a Telegram group, t.me/market NFT. I talk about Sovereign. Sovereign is a very interesting project about Bitcoin on a second layer on RSK, and you can lend and hold your keys while trading Bitcoin. And then today, the message that I want to give you today is about the Sandbox in particular. The Sandbox is a gaming platform where I own lands, where I'm been producing assets, where I've been holding Sand tokens, which you can use in this amazing world. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is what I want to talk about you today. Why blockchain is the key to the future of gaming. And I think blockchain is future of gaming because gaming is where the magic is happening at the moment. If you have a look for just 1 second at OpenSea, in OpenSea we can see the chart and the top non-fungible tokens. And as you saw in my previous video about CryptoPunks and NFTs, CryptoPunks now is the main topic around the world of NFT, but gaming is big. And something like Sorare is a fantasy football. It's something that people are going to collect, and collectibles is what the world wants at the moment. But that's the topic for another day. Let's focus now on the Sandbox. Now, for the people that don't know Sandbox, they might know Square Enix. Square Enix is one of the company behind the success of one of the most important video games ever created, which is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy sold millions of copies. The Sandbox, though, it's a place where you can do a couple of things. One thing is definitely monetize, because the Sandbox is play to earn. Exactly, you heard this right. It's not free to play. It's not a video game that you can just play for free, but it's actually a video game where you can play to earn. And with the Sandbox, you will be able to monetize the games you create. You heard me right. How to earn in the Sandbox: play games, build games, create assets. Let's focus for 1 second now. What is a non-fungible token? Some people know this. You can skip to the next part of the video, but some people are looking at this channel for the first time. They don't know. So let's make a recap. Non-fungible tokens are intangible. It's something that you cannot separate. Let's start from the basic. You can take this ticket and you can slice it into pieces. This will be fungible. If we keep it intact, that's non-fungible. That's what the land in the Sandbox equals. And it equals actually to another non-fungible thing, which is a house that you cannot separate. So when you get a house, this is tangible, but is not fungible, because you cannot cut in two in a house, or you cannot cut in two the Gioconda. You can just keep it intact. And then if you go to the upper part, we will see that other assets like fungible, Bitcoin, or stocks for Facebook are fungible because you can separate as much as you want. You can get the Bitcoin slices in a lot of Satoshis, or you can take a Facebook stock and you can cut it and sell it. Then you have oil and gold, the old world, the world where everybody was looking until a couple of years ago, while now everybody's looking at crypto. And in crypto, there is also the Sandbox, which is a video game where you can buy lands. You can be the portion of the metaverse that you want. Lands are portion of the metaverse open to player for ownership. You can own. That's how I discovered the Sandbox. I discovered the Sandbox because I used to go on OpenSea and have a look at what were the most interesting things that you can buy. OpenSea is a sort of like an eBay for non-fungible token. And these are unique digital assets. That means that it's possible to create in-game objects such as trading cards and digital skins with a limited real-world supply. Now, the Sandbox, as we mentioned, can help you to be a creator. You can create your asset and sell it later on VoxEdit. VoxEdit.io is the website you should visit. Let's put it here so that people can actually have a look later. And then you can collect this NFT. By the way, I'm going to put this presentation below. And then you can play, because gamers are the key to the metaverse. Now, let's focus on 1 second on this thing. Binance is one of the biggest investors and partners in the Sandbox. Binance bought actually a portion of the metaverse. A portion of the metaverse where you can actually do whatever you want. And they also launched one interesting thing. In August 2020, the Sandbox launched an ERC20 token, SAND, which is an utility token that can be used in the Sandbox ecosystem. There is a finite supply of 3 billion SAND. 3 billion SAND only. So what's the opportunity, you ask me? Well, one of the opportunity to me, it's investing in virtual real estate. And investing in virtual real estate means that you can be part of a world where just in third pre-sale a couple of months ago, 3,330 Ethereum, which at the time on April 1st was only 440,000, gamers were now able to hold land in sand. And when we talk about land, we cannot not show you this. This is a trailer of the Sandbox. And actually I'm going to leave the music because I feel it's pretty nice. That's what's happening. You can see that all the people in this moment are buying the lands. This was an incredible thing. People go online and they buy pieces of land. They can buy extremely big piece of land like this one that Atari bought. Atari is one of the owner inside the land. And Atari was one of the owner that paid a big amount of money for the lands. These are the prices that were used for the last pre-sale. 19,900 US dollars was paid to buy the biggest extra large estate, while a small chip of $43 was paid to buy single portion of lands. Now, let's think this for 1 second. I think that, guys, there is a lot of opportunities to be made and created in the world of the Sandbox. The Sandbox is just one portion of the metaverse, of the virtual worlds that are out there, or more importantly, are inside your laptop, inside here, or maybe inside your phone, somewhere where you can go and explore and study and understanding what's happening in the world. The Sandbox, it's something that I think is going to be incredibly popular in the next couple of years. And I want to show you something else because I feel that the Sandbox has a lot to offer. One thing that is happening in the world, for instance, of Sandbox, in the metaverse of Sandbox, is that Atari is building a virtual theme park. And something that is even more incredible is that if you have an idea, you can create your own video game. You heard me right. You can use a program called Game Maker, gamemaker.sandbox.game. And with the Game Maker, you don't need to create to code to create games. You can actually build your own world. And it's incredible to see what you can actually do with the video maker. Let's have a look now at what's happening right now. Create your own land. With the video maker, you can actually have an incredible program inside of your laptop or your Mac, and you can create with any model. This is an adventure that was created in the desert. And let's just think that you basically have a Sim City and the Sims combined, but with a bigger, incredible opportunity in your hands to just participate to the gaming fund, because the gaming fund is something that is going to allow you to participate to a basically a lottery in some ways of $2 million. If you have the right idea, you can create your own video games and getting a fund between $4,000 and $30,000, which will be paid in Sand, which is the token of the Sandbox. A professional team inside the Sandbox will help you. And I think that at this stage, we need to be very careful because obviously the game is not out yet. It will be out very soon. The land were bought so far in pre-sales. The public sale, actually the first public sale is still to be announced. We will announce it in our Telegram group, t.me/market NFT, and on my Twitter, Alex Nomads, and obviously on the Sandbox game account. But what you need to understand is what you can do actually. Like you can obviously create a game, but you can also advertise your brand or your agency or your company, whatever you want, even in yourself. You can buy this piece of land, and a lot of people, in my opinion, are going to be playing the Sandbox. And obviously you can monetize, because the moment you create a video game, even if you don't get accepted in a gaming fund, because there might be competition, but if you have a good idea, you might win, right? But at the end of the day, if you create a video game yourself, you can monetize your game, because landowners can rent their land to game creators. You heard this right. You buy a land and then you can sub-rent it to someone else, and this will be automatized inside the game itself. Now, I'm going to leave with some quotes, which I think are interesting. Pardon me if this is not the right pronunciation. Schirmeyer, founder of Gala, which is the one guy behind Farmville, the game that you might have played or that your uncle might have played on Facebook, believes that blockchain can be used to enable digital ownership of assets in games. So player now can own the things they buy or create, even if the game eventually shuts down. You are going to be owning this forever. This is amazing, and you can have this opportunity because, as mentioned by Ubisoft, we see blockchain as a way to allow players to become stakeholders of the game they love. And this is something true, because you can actually become the owner of something that you will own forever, like a land in the Sandbox. And I'm sure that I gave you a lot of information, that there is a lot that you might want to sink in with your brain, with your mind, with your notes, and you will definitely learn more about NFT and the Sandbox. If you want to learn more, follow me and make sure to subscribe. If you are liking this video, put a like or retweet if you're watching it on Twitter. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nomads. See you next time.